Howdy. Well that's a new one. Howdy. I don't usually start streams like that. But hi, welcome on in. We are playing more Pokemon, because I couldn't sell on a birthday game. I just was not feeling anything that's viable. Because, like, you know, Guilty Gear would be a tradition and fun, but also to be better for a weekend, because, yeah, I would not actually be able to have that many people to play with, because a lot of people are busy. Happy birthday, oh thank you! Hi please, welcome on in. We're gonna get started right away. So there's a slight problem. And it's a very predictable problem if you know me. And my penchant for doing things last minute. So, remember how I said I might level grind between streams? Yeah, that didn't happen. That did not happen. So, we're doing it live. We're hoping for the best here. I didn't even reset tracking. That's how last minute a lot of things are today. But there we go. We are back at Sky Peak. I keep wanting to say Skypea, and I haven't even gotten to there organically yet. So we are at the 4th pass, I think. Yeah. Very jaunty tune. I'm scared. I feel like we're not... What? Okay, bye. Bye, Skunting. Yeah, I might actually ditch Vacuum Cut. It's not really that... What do you mean you only took 1 damage? Lots of stars here. Totally. Well, yeah, why are you taking only minimal damage? What is happening? Do you have like really high physical? I guess. Which does not really work with my build, unfortunately, as I... Oh. Bye. Well, that was anticlimactic. Now, there's something following us. Oh, you have Flamethrower too, or something? But yeah, like, Vacuum Cut really doesn't do very much. I was kind of hoping it would do more. So as a result, I don't know if we're keeping it. Ow. Not very effective, that makes sense. Hey, level 43. Good job. Let's check on our stats real quick. 41. 11,000 to go, so you got ways to go. You're close, but you're also low level, so it makes sense. You are in a lot of danger, to be honest. What does this do? Trap Bust Orb, an item that destroys all traps in the room with the only the ones in the room with the user? That kinda sucks. I think I'm spoiled by Palace of the Dead. And like Final Fantasy XIV, of all things, it's like, yeah, no, I think I'm kind of spoiled by just being able to disable all traps in the floor. Yeah, yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay today. I am very out of it and very stressed because I still have a lot to do. If you have not heard, I'm going to have company, soon. Again, why does it have a little X next to it? I genuinely don't remember. Yeah, my birthday's on the 22nd, and this will be like my first year having like friends over for my birthday, I think, in my entire life. I don't think I've ever had friends over for my birthday before. Like, genuinely. At least as far as I can remember. Huh? Okay. Hidden Stairs. Secret Bazaar. Hi, Curlia. Is there anything worthwhile here? Do we even have room? No, I don't think we have room for items. Nope, not really. Use TM. Why don't we just throw this at you? We have a lot of plain seeds, too. That doesn't even refill belly, or is it because I didn't eat it? 92. 97. That does refill belly. Okay, so they are somewhat helpful. Yeah, I just wanted to eat a few things just to make room. So right here is a wonderful, amazing grab bag. Yuna bought a wonderful, amazing grab bag. Yuna opened the grab bag. Inside there was an orange berry. Wonderful, amazing grab bags. What was inside? Something amazing? Come back and try again sometime. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Good afternoon, congrats, you found the secret bazaar. I'm Curlia, the bazaar guide. Feel free to explore the shops here. HPPPN belly. That's not the most helpful. Given we're only on floor 2. Ah, you're going to leave? Come back anytime you feel like relaxing. Like, if we were in the end of, like, a big dungeon, that'd be great. Alright, you get us out of here. Which we don't want. And you have orbs, right? You have an item that's got sticky. Okay. We don't have any sticky items, I don't think. Unless, like, the little X's mean that. Yeah, I hope chat's working today, because it was not working on Monday. And I'm hoping I fixed the problem. Oh, that did hit at all. So again, that'd be a way to chip out, at least. So there is benefit to using Vacuum Wave in a room like this, to just snipe, essentially, and whittle them down from a distance. I am worried about the amount of damage we're doing, which doesn't feel like that much. Like, I am nervous that maybe I should use some of the, like, items we've gotten. Ow! Chestnut trap. That's new. Okay. Off we go, though. This is a nice song. The music in this game is actually really good. Just across the board, I would say the music is really good. We're almost to the 4th station clearing, come on! Come on! Hey, and okay, so every, like, even numbered seems to be a checkpoint. Hey, great job! We've also established the base at the 4th station clearing. Feel free to use it. Yes, thank you. So you're probably tired? Let's take a short break. Help! What's wrong? The explorer Sneasel's getting picked on by the strange group near the 5th station clearing. I'm not much help by myself, so please, someone come with me to help. Wow. Roger, let's go. Hey, is chat still not working? The 5th station clearing. Oh, don't tell me. You know, we should hurry too. Why is chat not working still? Like, genuinely. Why is chat not working? That's so weird. It is enabled. I think it's the right source. It's showing up now, I guess. Okay. I don't know what I did, but it's apparently working now. You know, we'll hurry too. I wonder what happened at the 5th station clearing. Looks like Sneasel was first heading for the 5th station clearing. Yeah, I don't know why things are breaking lately. Genuinely unsure of what's going on there. But it just feels like the program I use has been kinda acting up lately in a way that's got me not the most happy. But hey, it's working now, so I'll take it. Last time I just didn't log in and would have to like restart a bunch of stuff to get it to work, and it just wasn't worth it. But this time it's just like, maybe I need to refresh it. Maybe I didn't... Did I like minimize it? Maybe that was the problem. Oh. That's the problem with a big group, is they just tend to fall asleep when you hit a trap, and then... Oh hi, you're annoying to fight, aren't you? Nope, this one actually takes normal damage. And that's a kill percent if it actually uses, like, a strong move. So I should be way more careful than I am currently being. It's like, takedown will knock me out if he uses it again. Case in point, ow. Double edge. Not takedown, that's something else. Will it hit from here? Cool. It's not that good though. We have so many orange berries, I should not mess around here. Oh, thank you. Pat the Serena. Kiss the Serena. Yeah, in a couple of days, Serena's gonna be here. So I'm scared, because I've never had company over, especially for a birthday. The funny part is, based on current scheduling, as an episode, this YouTube video will go up in like like sometime in 2027, so it's going to be very out of date. Unfortunately, which is like a downside of the way I do episodic instead of highlights, because it means... And also just 3 uploads a week, which are like off my streaming days. Usually, I might move it back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just for the sake of convenience. But it's always like scary to move like everything scheduled back. But yeah, I genuinely might go back since my streaming days are kind of like not synced up with that anymore. Again, genuinely considering doing more stuff on Saturdays for the sake of being able to include Zon and Serena primarily. Because their schedule means that we can't do any streams on like Friday or anything. B-Barrel, you're a water type, aren't you? Yep, okay. I'm scared. I think we have one more group fight here, so this one shouldn't be as bad if I'm reading the guide correctly. But still, group fights are kind of my weakness, so I'm a little intimidated. Oh, why'd they do that? That's super effective. Cool. Is it just messages with emotes that aren't working? Oh, nope, that one worked. Okay. That's a cute emote. Again, I would love more cute emotes. It's just a matter of money, basically. You're in front, but you also have more health. But hi, Peter. Thank you for the head pat. Damn, okay. Yeah, this should be the boss. I can see the 5th station clearing. Let's hurry. Ow. You're super effective. Why are you hurt? Are you alright? We've come to help. Haha, I knew it. Huh? You came to help? What do you think you're doing? We're Team Frontier. Only cowards would gang up on one Pokemon. This time, we're your opponents. There's also lawn mowing on Wednesdays, so you might hear that. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, we're immediately thrown in. But hey, we're in like a group fight this time. At least we have even numbers this time. Actually, no, we're outnumbering them. So I'm just gonna snipe them. If like Team Frontier is gonna take the brunt of this, I might as well let them, because I think they're higher level than we are at this point, so yeah. I think this fight's actually not gonna be a problem. I didn't know they would be helping us here, but that actually makes this pretty trivial. Do we still get the experience if they defeat the enemies? Because if not, that I will be slightly bummed out by. Because, oh yeah, that lawn mowing's getting loud. If you hear that, I apologize, but that is the downside of streaming early today. Now, sometimes it does go past my previous start time of like 4 Pacific, so sometimes it still doesn't matter. It's still just going to be loud, basically. Wow, these have a lot of health, but again, it's like 6 against 5, so I guess it makes sense to make these kind of sturdy Pokemon, because otherwise this would be over really quickly. Again, my other biggest gripe with fights like this is just how damn long each turn takes when like 11 Pokemon are taking turns. It just means you have to sit through a lot of actions before your turn rolls around. And again, it feels like the Final Fantasy IX of Mystery Dungeon fights. Again, I love Final Fantasy IX, the final boss can go to hell. Just because of how insanely time-consuming the fight is not because it's inherently hard, but just because the actions in Final Fantasy IX are so slow. The boss gets so many attacks in the time you get one move. And it just sucks. I don't like that aspect of FF9. And it's the one thing that makes me crave like a remake of that game. And like some kind of styling. I don't know how the hell you would stylize it though. That's the one thing I have no answer to. Do we only get experience for the ones that we defeat ourselves? Like genuinely? I was not paying attention. If not, that's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot there's still one more up here. Again, we're not really getting to do much in this fight. There we go. Everyone, wait a second! What? Huh? You? Oh, a shaman from the village. It's been a while. We owe you. You haven't changed a bit, Carnivine. We've asked you before to stop bothering the explorers, haven't we? Yeah, but that Sneasel started it. We found some treasure earlier, and he snatched it right out from under our noses. Where'd he go? He ran off in the confusion. Huh? Really? We all thought you were the bad guys. Well, you can't exactly say they're the good guys either. Hey, we haven't seen you in so long, Shaman. This is how you treat us. Man, it's fine. Since it's Shaman, we'll let it go. The decision to climb the mountain is your own. I don't like to let Pokemon just do as they please. See you! And off they go. Okay. Excuse me. The Carnivine have marked this as their territory. They're really nice, but they can be a little rough when they speak. We're also to blame here. Rather than listening to them, we just jumped straight into a fight. That's why you shouldn't just judge by appearances. Sorry. It's alright, as long as you understand. So, let's put this behind us and get back to climbing. This is the 5th station clearing. We're halfway to the summit. Yeah. There's no telling what's in store. Let's go carefully. We should get a move on. You can't judge based on appearance, let me tell you. Alright, let's regroup and go. This is the 5th station clearing. We're halfway to the summit. We misunderstood earlier too. I wonder what that Sneasel was up to anyway. He just ran off without saying a word to anyone. Sorry. Halfway there. So it's like... I'm trying to do the math on how many floors there are here. Cause like it's like every 4 floors, and then the next floor is the rest floor. So I guess in total you get like 50 floors, but like 10 of them are rest floors. So does that really count? This is basically a pit of 100 trials now that I think about it. Except, knock on wood, way easier. Again, knock on wood because I'm good at jinxing myself. Yeah. It's like I don't really have a whole lot to say in the downtime of dungeons today. Like, I'm mostly just getting ready for this trip. Don't really have much else going on besides that. In terms of playing games on my own time, again, I finished Resident Evil 5 the other night. It was interesting because it was simultaneous. It's one of those games where well, I mean, in short, it's a Resident Evil game. It's got the problem of, like, every Resident Evil game of, like, the first part of the game is actually pretty strong, and then the difficulty kind of falls and, like, nosedives in a bad way. Not even, like, when I say nosedives, I mean, it's not getting too easy, it's just overly frustrating design. But, like, this is not a problem exclusive to 5. This is a problem in, like, every Resident Evil period. Almost every Resident Evil's, like, discussed as having a weak endgame. Like, genuinely. Agility might not be a bad bet, actually. But I thought that was actually dodging, not movement speed up. Ta-da, I leveled up! What I mean by that is, like, people don't like the lab in 2 remake, or 2 original for that matter, compared to like the police station. The police station, I think, is the highlight area. Ow. Please, yeah, I was gonna say, please move diagonally. 3 remake, I can't speak for OG, because I've actually never finished OG 3. 3 remake is kind of rough because it just is like a repeat of 2's final area, 2 remakes final area, in a way that feels kind of uninspired, I guess. Oh, that's scary. Oh. God damn it. Now we're down to Pokemon. That sucks. Again, leveling up Baneri is gonna be miserable, to be honest. Just because she's so far behind at this point. So yeah, not really banking on that, to be honest. But like, for original, people don't really like the island. Like, from what I recall, people generally don't like the island part of the game. And for a remake, I almost think the island is a little bit stronger. They cut some of the padding. We're almost to the 6th station clearing, keep going. We can go back and regroup, I guess. Yeah, we're here. We reached the 6th station clearing before you, so we made another base. Yes, thank you so much as always. But you know, from here on, the mountain is covered with snow. We can't really set up any more bases. So from here on, you have to climb on your own. Sorry. No problem at all. We're glad you were able to make bases up to this point. They'll be a great help. You're welcome. Oh, that's right. From here on, we're going to make a serious effort to reach the summit. See you along the path. Yep, see you there. Alright, we're off. Breloom's a chill Pokemon. From here on, there's snow. It can be dangerous if you don't prepare yourself properly. There's snow from here on. Once you finish all your preparations, let's get going. There's no okay. We come all the way here, and the path has become much steeper. You know, Team Frontier is just awesome. They're carrying heavy goods and establishing a base for everyone. Looks like there will be snow from here on out. Yeah, actually, Baneri's so low level compared to everything else, maybe it'd be better to just keep moving. Which is unfortunate. Also, again, for a lot of story events, we're just stuck to our main duo anyway, plus like any extras, so like we probably won't be able to like take Star with us anyway to like some of the late dungeons. Yeah, with like the Resident Evil talk, the other thing is like 5 is weird because I think the first 2 chapters are genuinely pretty fun, albeit very action-leaning. The middle chapters just feel kind of racist in a way that's like... I remember it being controversial back then, and it got kind of hand-waved, but it definitely stands out worse, you know, in 2026 versus 2009. And then chapter 5 and 6, the bosses are rough to the point of just kind of losing me a bit. I don't think they're genuinely bad or anything, it's just they're so rough that I just kind of found myself getting frustrated a lot. How do we pay for this though? That merchandise is 50 Poke, want to buy it? Thank you so very much. Always delighted to be of service. So yeah, thank you, please come again. Based on the red dot, I'm pretty sure this works by Necrodancer rules of like, you can end up actually fighting the shopkeeper if you try to like rob him. Okay, bye. But like, even of the games I haven't played, I've heard people say that like 7 has a ship. The thing I've heard about 7 is that the opening, like, Baker House is like the best part, and then the like ship section, which again, not even entirely sure what that means. The ship section is kind of weak. That's what I've heard at least. And I'm pretty sure in like Village, there's like the first Village set piece, and then like like Dimitrescu's castle. There's also like some like house bien something. Oh shoot, I should have recruited. I thought that was to send it home. My bad. I didn't think we could recruit here, to be honest. That's, I think, why it kind of caught me off guard. Well, there goes that reviver seed, I guess. Did we still have one more? We did not. Oh shit, okay. Cool. Oh shoot, that's unfortunate. But like, I think there's like a part like a factory in 8 that people don't like compared to like the opening stuff. So like, the point I'm trying to say is this is a Resident Evil tradition to just have a weak final set piece. I think the actual like final boss itself is alright. Albeit mildly frustrating, just based on like the co-op aspect of it and trying to like maneuver in a way that the CPU behavior cooperates with, essentially. But I do think 5 excels on its vibes. And as an overall game, I think is actually decently fun in co-op still. If I played it single player, I think I would have had a bad time with it. But in single player, it's fine. It's like I think I wrote it down as like a 7 out of 10. Like, it's decently enjoyable, but it's not my favorite Resident Evil. Mostly just because some of the boss and late game enemy encounters were just kind of cheap. Alright, oh, I can see the tunnel. We're almost to the 7th station clearing. Just a little more. Wow, Team Frontier sure are quick. What happened? I don't know, he had fainted before we got here. I don't know if it's because of the cold or because he ran out of items, but I do know this is dangerous. This isn't good at all. I'll go and get help. Huh? Who are you going to call for help? There's a rescue expert at the 8th station clearing. We don't call him for the little things, but emergencies are different. Could you please keep an eye on Sneasel, Team Frontier? We're going ahead. I see, we're counting on you. Let's hurry, Yuna. It's dangerous if you don't hurry. Please. There's a rescue expert at the 8th station clearing. Let's hurry, Yuna. Leave this to me. You go and hurry on ahead and get some help. Ugh, oof. I'm mad about the reviver seed, I'm not gonna lie. But continuing the discussion, I think the lab in Resident Evil 1 is okay. Though I do think the mansion itself is a clear improvement. Like, the best part, and again, similar Raccoon City PD, is like the highlight of 2. Also, I would say 3 original, actually, from what I understand of 3 original, that game actually has an okay endgame, but 3 remake kind of screws that up, unfortunately. Just because it just kind of reuses a set piece from like 2 remake, essentially. And then 4 remake is interesting because they kind of splice some stuff out and swap it in 2 separate ways, which is the Ada storyline. It's like an interesting way to approach a remake, to kind of like split off a set piece for Ada instead of Leon. I think it actually works really well, to be honest. Because 4 original is one of the longest Resident Evils. It's like 20 hours on the first playthrough, which is kind of a lot, actually. But I think actually moving some stuff to separate ways was actually a good call. Like, don't want to go into too much detail, but still, I would generally agree with the decisions made. The other thing that was interesting in 5 was seeing stuff come up lore-wise in 5 that they sort of retroactively include in 4 Remake. There was stuff mentioned in like files and just gameplay, like set pieces that are like, oh, they kind of retrofit that into 5 or into 4 Remake. There's a whole section of using like a boat in a lake. And it's like, oh, they add a lake thing in RE4 Remake, I think. I don't think the boat was used that much in 4 Original, for example. So a lot of things, this is said to be a kind of cynical thing about RE remakes in games recently, is the amount that feels like future-proofing for asset reuse. For example, I've heard there's stuff in Requiem that some are like, oh hey, it's like something that they could easily repurpose for Code Veronica next year and stuff like that. It's like one of those things that people tend to be very cynical about, but I have no issue with if done properly. For example, like, well, before people started turning on their reputation, RGG is the obvious example of that, where you have a lot of aspects of Kamurocho just reused every time. The 8th station clearing, hurry! Ampharos! Oh, it's Shaman from the village. I was wondering who it was. It's been a long time. How have you been? It has been a long time, Ampharos. But we don't have time to chat. We're in a hurry. Indeed. Indeed? Did something happen? At the 7th station clearing. Here I thought I was going to have my first guests in a long time. But it sounds like that will have to wait. I hear you. I'm on my way. I hear you. I'm on my way. The 7th station clearing, you said? Yes. You wait for me here. We're counting on you. Hey, I'm here to help. Oh, over here. It seems as though I'm barely in time. Well, let's carry him to the 8th station clearing. Oof. Oh, he's awake. Sneasel, are you alright? Where am I? You fainted at the 7th station clearing. If Ampharos hadn't carried you here, things would not have gone well for you. Seriously. You did that for me? It wasn't just for me. It wasn't just me. Everyone here came to your rescue. I see. It's alright, you don't have to say anything. You should really take it easy and rest. Oh, if you may go on ahead through the mountain pass, I can take care of him. You were all headed to the summit, weren't you? This is the 8th station, so you're almost there. Do your best. But there's nothing to be accomplished by all of you staying here. I can handle this on my own. Go on ahead. Are you sure? Alright, we'll leave Sneasel in your care. Lots of ... Leave Sneasel to me. You're almost to the summit. Just a little more. We should do what Ampharos says and head for the summit. I wonder if Sneasel's alright. Sneasel, I'm so worried. The other thing is, playing 5 after playing Revelations, which is actually the canon order, was actually an interesting call, because, wow, Revelations is a rough game, and actually, I think maybe appreciate 5 more, just because it played a lot better. Not even just because it has, like, an analog stick and everything. Because, like, again, it was meant for 3DS, so Revelations was not entirely meant for, like, analog in mind. My issue with Revelations is just every boss feels like a bullet sponge. in a really bad way. But in addition to that, my other issue is I just kind of felt like it didn't have good characters, to be honest. I think the roster in Revelations kind of sucks. When you're playing as like Chris and Chill, it's fine. But a lot of the side characters felt very underdeveloped, or like almost comic relief characters. Like, there's a couple characters you play as in Revelations that I kept being like, why are we playing as these guys? I don't know. That was just kind of my takeaway. Hi, Chibi. Thank you for the head pats. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I just have been going on about Resident Evil this entire time because we're just kind of vibing with the game itself. There's not a whole lot to talk about with the game proper. But yeah, mostly just talking about 5. I can see why 5 is as well liked as it is. I just personally had hang-ups with the boss design. It's nothing like, it's nothing like overly like, you know, game ruining or anything, but it was just enough to be kind of like, to drag down the experience from like a really fun time to like a good time with some road bumps, essentially. That's kind of how I would describe it. Like, the first couple chapters went really well, even chapter 3, as uncomfy as the subject matter is and how it's portrayed. As a gameplay experience, chapter 3 is fine. 4 is kind of when the gameplay starts taking a nosedive because a lot of the puzzles just are not great. And then chapter 5 is okay, except we're having trouble with one fight because of conveyance. Basically, for those who don't know, there's the set piece where you have to fight like Wesker and Chill, and I was really proud of how fast we got through Wesker. We even did it in 7 minutes, which was really cool. Oh shit, this one's longer. But the issue was later on with the Chill portion of the fight, because of struggling to understand what to do, like having to weaken the mind control device first before pulling on it, so we just wasted a lot of time. Oh, that was just one more floor extra. We're almost to the 9th station clearing, come on! Oh, this looks ominous. Squish the fox, aw, thank you. Phew, here we are, the 9th station clearing. I think Team Frontier already went on ahead. Something seems different from the last time I was here. Oh, sorry, it's nothing, probably just my imagination. Well, at any rate, it's only a little farther to the summit, keep at it. We're almost to the summit, let's do our best. Again, biggest hurdle with Resident Evil 5 was just, like... 6-1 was okay. 6-1 went off, like, relatively without a hitch. 6... Oh! Shit, okay. We're just starting like this? Jeez, okay. What do we want to do here? Hey, what if we did this? What if we just scare all the enemies? It's like, I don't know what you thought to accomplish there. Finding a Pokemon that is completely immune. But yeah, I still enjoyed the game. I don't like hate the game or anything, just to clarify. I just thought the end game in Resident Evil tradition kind of fell off from how it started. It wasn't even that bad of a fall off for Resident Evil standards. It was like still decently fun. Again, the biggest problems were 6-2 we didn't understand how to use like the special weapon for that fight, so we ended up just kind of like burning a lot of resources and then not having enough resources for chapter 6-3. 6-3 in general, beyond the initial set piece fights, like the boss of 6-3 was kind of annoying to like time everything and convey it, because I knew what to do because I'd seen Serena play it semi-recently. So the issue was just trying to convey what to do and like then execution of that technique that they want you to do. The volcano part was relatively smooth, other than like getting a little turnaround on where to go, and also that star by the end of it had no ammo, so I basically had to solo the final boss. So that was fun. And I say that unironically, which it actually did, in my opinion, work out pretty well from the standpoint of she had played the game. So, because she had played the game before, it actually felt kind of serendipitous in a way that I kind of got to have the experience of fighting the majority of the final fight, but it definitely could have been smoother. You want to watch stream, but also want to nap. Take care of yourself, first and foremost, would be my advice. I mean, stream will still be going for a bit anyway, so... like, cause we're only at, like, not even at an hour yet. And it's also just kind of a chill vibe, because we're in the post-game. Inflicts damage on the target, and may also inflict the targeted enemy with a cringe status, which makes its actions fail. Psychic special in front. I might take that over vacuum cut at this point, because I'm not really getting much mileage out of that. That was a huge waste of money. Because it doesn't do as much AoE damage as I was hoping, compared to like Earthquake and shit. Like, it's good as an option for Vulpix, because the Vulpix doesn't get very much. But it still just kind of felt like, wow, I was hoping it'd be a little bit better than it actually ended up being. Of course, we don't get stab on this move. But if we're generally leaning towards a special build anyway, because like special band and stuff, it's not a bad option. But yeah, that's kind of like where I stand on that game. I think it's a good time. It's not my favorite in the series by any means, but it's still a decent time, I would say. I see the appeal of it. And get Vacuum Wave to Ski for stab. Oh. Can you give... oh, right. Okay, yeah, no, that makes more sense. Oopsie. Sorry. I sometimes rush into decisions. Which is also why I'm always so nervous about making decisions, because I often do not make good calls quickly. But yeah, I am looking forward to, because we had agreed that once I got through 5 with Star, that I could do 6 with Serena, which could be fun. Neither of us have played 6, so that's gonna be a dumpster fire, probably. The only reason why I think 5 went as smoothly as it did, and we still ran into a lot of bumps, it was because Star had already played it, albeit a long time ago, and I have seen so many people play Resident Evil 5 to the point that it wasn't like a new experience or anything. It wasn't like a first look at the game. I already had a decent idea of what to expect going in. And that definitely was the right call, because some things were very obtuse. Nothing like insurmountable, but it was definitely like not as smooth as I would have hoped. But I can say that about like 4 Original too. 4 Original has some real hurdles. The company Shaman fainted. Oh shit. Well, that sucks. Oog, it's hard to make progress. Yeah, it looks like it might be too difficult, but it will be amazing to reach the summit after such hard work. Let's do our best. How much shit did we lose? A decent amount. We lost the skitty card, so that's a reset. But yeah, I am looking forward to playing 6, just to see how it is. Sar actually kind of vouches for 6 not being as bad as the fans say it is. I still have the concern of, again, Resident Evil games tend to start strong and then fall off later on. So I do worry that maybe it's a case of starting to get to the point where it falls off. Like, that is a very real possibility. So that is my one concern with that game. Is that, like, the end game is going to be rude. Which I think is a decent expectation to make, because most Resident Evil end games kind of suck. It's like a very consistent thing to call that the ending of a Resident Evil is gonna not be as good as the start. They do not end strong. A great example of that is Resident Evil Requiem, apparently. Not to spoil Requiem, but people say that, like, that game's like the parts with Grace apparently are pretty strong, but the parts with Leon are a little bit more contentious. Actually, both are contentious. I have an opinion without having played the game. Shoot, okay. Same as before, Fofir. It's like, I kind of feel like both parts of the game go too far. Why do people like Resident Evil 2 so much? It's because it's not just an action game and not just a horror game, but because it's like a mix of both in the way that people really like. I think that's the problem with Requiem, is it goes so far into action with Leon and so into horror with Grace that it kind of actually doesn't work for me. Just because I genuinely... Oh god, that's bad. Sure. It genuinely feels like the game is trying to have its cake and eat it too, basically. Okay. But in a way that doesn't really create a satisfying blend. Because they're not, like, mixed well into each other. They're, like, very separated in a way that doesn't really work. But that's just from what I've heard about the game. I haven't played it myself. But from everything I've heard about the game, I want to play Requiem, because I like Resident Evil, for one thing. But just, I'm very curious of how I end up feeling about it, because it sounds like a very mixed bag of a game in a way that kind of fascinates me, actually. Oh, god damn it. Food items went bad. Like, rough games fascinate me, actually. Like, unironically. Like, I'm super interested in rough games. Because, like, obviously you get games that are like, everyone loves them. Which is, like, fine. There's nothing wrong with a game being universally beloved, but that does create the issue of, like, expectations. And then, conversely, with really bad games, you have expectations. With mixed games, like, this is the funny part with Requiem. Like, you look at the game and it's like an 89 out of 100 or something. Actually, no, it's higher. It's like a 90 out of 100. So, on paper, it's like, that's a really respectable score. It's obviously, like, a classic. But, like, in the fandom, it feels heavily contentious of if people like it or not. And that makes me more interested. It's the same thing as, like, Metroid Prime 4, where a lot of people kind of vibe with it, and a lot of people think it's completely, like, irredeemable. and thus the split actually makes me more interested because it makes it to me more worth trying because it's so across the board. I don't know where I'm gonna fall on this spectrum, and that's fascinating to me. It's also not something I want to spend $70 on. So like with a game like Metroid Prime 4, I'm not gonna buy it day one because it's so divisive, but I want to play it because it's so divisive. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I feel like that was a worse level up than the previous run. You stand by that you can't just play or watch nothing but the hits when it comes to media. Yeah, like again, after playing Mina the Hollower and finding it to be like good but also a little bit disappointing, I literally played The Quiet Man as like a palate cleanser to like reset my standards back to 0. Hi Gaddy, welcome on in. Like genuinely, that's why I played The Quiet Man twice, is like, I need a palate cleanser. I need to play just something really like bad that I can have no expectations for. This is the year of me playing games that are like really polarizing or just downright awful. Like, I finished Saints, like Resident Evil 5 even counts for that, but also this is probably the last floor, huh? Sky Peak Summit. Oh, I can see it! The summit! Oh, okay. This is terrible! All this happened while I was away for so long. Looks like someone else got here first. But what is this? This is the summit? No, this is... Icky, sticky, crimey, slimy. We love dirt and slime. Oh, shit. That's a lot. What? A group of Grimer and muck. This isn't your home, Yuna. Home. You know that. Please go back where you belong. No. No. Lies. Lies. We drive away cleanliness. It's my worst nightmare. Looks like we have to get them to come to their senses. Everyone, I'm counting on you. Oh, this is gonna suck, by the way, because Shaman. Your Ko-Fi incentive actually pushed you to download Eclipse. You're welcome. I hear it's good. I haven't played it myself, obviously. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I love Super Mario Sunshine, so I want to play it at some point. I just don't know when, because my schedule is packed. You want to get the vibes without just playing Sunshine again? Yeah. I'm playing Sunshine again on NSO, and it's like, it's like, I love Mario Sunshine, but I'm also incredibly biased towards Mario Sunshine in a way that's like, I'm an outlier and should not be counted in this study. Let's go Confuse Ray again. I'm just kind of trying to debuff everyone. To buy us some time to actually get momentum in. Oh good, evasion, my favorite strat. Probably became terrified. Oh god, that's probably bad for them. That's a muck, right? You looked it up because you weren't sure. Okay, maybe non-physical attacks is a better way to go here. But yeah, this game can just be mean sometimes. It can throw a lot at you. What if I do this? I was hoping for a KO, but okay. You can't always have nice things. Yeah, it's a weird time capsule of a game that I think is genuinely worth experiencing, but it's one of those games that I feel like you don't need to finish it, but I think it's a game worth playing. That's how I would quantify it. Yeah, no, this is rough. I forgot how rough the postgame of this was, like, genuinely. Because I'm basically struggling with every postgame dungeon to the point of like, wow, this game does not pull any punches. See, I'm weird and I like sunshine enough to the point that I don't even mind the blue coins. That says more about me than the game, though. Again, I'm an outlier and should not be counted in this study. Oh my god, I'm over here. Oh. Ugh. Okay, we're alive. We're not in great shape, but we're alive, so that counts for something. It's like one of those things that a lot of games aren't worth 100%ing for me. Like Mario Galaxy 2 is a game that's like, I don't know if I ever want to 100% that game if it wasn't for an incentive, just because getting 242 stars is also just aggravating. We're out of healing, by the way. That's not great. Please actually KO something, please. Thank you. Shaman actually might be in trouble. Oh, Shaman's in big trouble. Yeah, no, this might need a reset, because I don't think we're getting through this. Oh wow, that's a really bad time for an ad break. That's a really bad time for an ad break. Oh my god. Also, we can't even move because we can't actually control the other team members. God, this scenario sucks, actually. Okay, thank you. Once this turn ends, I'm gonna step away to hopefully take a short intermission. But also, like, it's hard to even get a move in right now because there's so many actions happening. Okay, we're good. We're probably not good, but we're at least pausing here for now, and we will be back shortly after the ads roll. I am back. Thank you for the stretch and hydration reminders. I'll take a sip before I get back into the game. I'm staring at the situation I find myself in, and I don't know how we're getting out of this. Also, for a long time after the Grand Festival, the song would just make me cry. Because, like, this song in particular, out of all the Splatoon ending songs, for some reason, Off the Hook, or, like, Into the Light specifically, just hit a certain way during, like, the Grand Festival. It's like, I know Splatoon 3 has a lot of problems in terms of overall design, but just something about the game itself just hit a certain way, in a way that I will always remember. Like, there was something special about it, even if a lot of the design of it, especially at launch, was extraordinarily scuffed, in terms of, like, map design primarily. Okay, how the hell do we get out of this situation? Confuse Ray, sure. Okay. Oh, Shaman's dying. I could really use some friendly fire here. Like, that would do me a lot of good. Is getting some friendly fire in here. Oh my god, that did a lot. Do I have anything I can use to heal? I don't think I do. Yeah, Shaman is level 55, by the way, so I shouldn't be overly shocked that it is faring way better than everyone else. We have one on Berry. I'm gonna try Hail Mary. This might backfire, but just buy me a little bit of time to reorganize. Okay. Shaman is regaining health because of Leech Seeds. I'm gonna use this last one berry on myself. Crit. Nice. Oh my god, just thinning out the pack will be immensely helpful here. That's the biggest issue, is we're not taking out any of them. Okay, never mind, I'll eat my words. Okay, you got a counter up, I guess. God damn it. Yeah, right, they use minimize, just be incredibly annoying and frustrating. Ow. Let's try extrasensory. It's psychic, so it should... Oh my god, that did a decent amount. Well, there goes one muck, so that helps a lot. Confused Ray was like the best investment in this playthrough, because it's come in clutch so many times. Okay, one more to go. Jeez, that somehow worked out, and I'm so confused that it worked out as well as it did. I should not open my mouth, clearly, until we are completely in the clear, because I will end up jinxing myself. Yeah, okay, I'm just not gonna say anything. Okay, we're good. We're finally good. Whew. Wow. So strong. Have you come to your senses yet, Grimer and Muck? Huh? Huh? Oh, Shaman. What happened while I was away for so long? You know that this isn't your home, right? Huh? This is our home. See? It's all dirty and grimy. Dirty and grimy. I see. Nobody's come here for so long. I'm sorry, Grimer and Muck. This is the mountain summit. Huh? The summit? Hi, one guy, welcome on in. It can't be. I think I fell into disrepair because nobody visited for so long, but we can't leave the summit in this condition. Will you please return to your rightful home? Please, I'm asking you. What? This is the summit? I didn't notice. Sorry, Shaman. We'll go home. Alright, thank you. I'll come visit with a token of thanks later. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. How do you clean this up, though? Where were we? We have to clean this place up to... Restore it. Restore it? It's so dirty. How could we possibly? We shaman have a special power to clean up the land by absorbing dirt and things. Yet cleaning up this mess is no small task. Here goes nothing. I remember this from the movie. Wow! I actually like the movie a lot. Cam, please! Wow! This is the summit? It's just such a change from what we were looking at before. It's so beautiful. I've never seen such beautiful scenery before. Congratulations on reaching the summit. This is the Sky Peak Summit. Wow, we did it! At last, we've reached the summit! Hey everyone, look over here! Wow, amazing! I'm so glad that I climbed this mountain. Me too. I'm speechless. I think this is the first time. This must be the fabled treasure that is superior to all other treasure. Shaman, thank you so much for guiding us here. My pleasure. I had fun climbing the mountain with all of you, so thank you very much. Well, we should do this again sometime. Yes. It seems like you really enjoyed the view from the summit. Shall we head back to the base of the mountain? Yeah. Heading back means... I didn't think about how to get back down. You gotta go back down? Calm down, it's fine. I'll take you all back to the base of the mountain, no problem. Huh? How will you do that? There's a special flower here called the Gracidea. It's a special flower for us shaman. How's it special, you ask? I just touch the flower like this and I can change form temporarily. Wow, are you really that adorable, Shaman? When I'm in this form, I can fly. You can fly? That means... That's right, flying is so much fun. It's not much, but this is a gift from me to you. Alright, let's soar down to the base of the mountain. Hold on tight. From me to you just makes me think of Danganronpa 2, also them being like, oh, now... what they said earlier reminded me of a Mystery Science Theater movie, where they spend the entire movie climbing up a deserted, mountain island, and then at the end, it's like, I think there's it's starting to collapse, and then they're like, oh no, now we have to climb down the mountain. And so Team Pop Friends, which had successfully climbed to the Sky Peak summit, thanked Shaman graciously and returned to Treasure Town. And on the evening of the day they returned, there was a huge party at Spin the Cafe. Also, rewatching Hercules, I forgot which one it was, because they did a couple. I forgot that particular, it's a cliffhanger, I think. I forget the exact name of the movie. I forgot that was, around the same time as that, because they mentioned rock climbing in Hercules as having happened before. Everyone stayed up until dawn, discussing the exploration. The next day... It's late, Yuna. Yesterday was so much fun. I'm kind of tired from staying up all night talking. I won't be able to forget everyone's smiling faces. Hey Yuna, I've asked you this before, but exploring is so much fun, isn't it? Right? Alright, let's go have fun exploring today. Hooray! A message has arrived from the Exploration Team Federation. If you want to hear that song again... There's now a machine available for you to listen to the game music anytime. The Sky Jukebox is now available. To access the Sky Jukebox, select Other from the top menu. To use the Sky Jukebox, save your adventure and return to the top menu. Alright, so looks like once again we have to do some... We just have to advance time. So we'll just figure out a mission to do. Okay, they don't have anything special to say. But yeah, the one MST movie just was synonymous with the phrase rock climbing, because they spend the entire damn movie climbing up this mountain and back. I've said this before, but I genuinely think a large percentage of my humor was shaped by Mystery Science Theater, given I'm definitely a snarky asshole a lot of the time. I think a lot of my sarcasm, my penchant towards sarcasm, my affection towards sarcasm, I should be saying, does originate from MST. I feel like I haven't even seen that much of it, because a lot of it's kind of lost. It was actually a big deal. They recently found, a lost episode. It originally started as, a local show, and then eventually became, a bigger deal. But because of that, it actually had a lot of lost episodes, because so many episodes were just, the ones aired, there was an entire season that was just the local episodes, and someone basically found it, recorded it on, a VHS, and they put it up on YouTube. So now, basically all of the classic era MST, per season MST, season 0, is, available. It's really cool. I'm really big on media preservation. Cough, cough, glares at PlayStation. But, that's, genuinely a big deal to me. It's why I archive everything onto YouTube, the day after. By the way, !VOD for the VOD channel. Just as proof of that. But yeah. Though, to be fair, I've actually kind of considered, maybe I should archive better. Because, I cut out the intermissions for the sake of time, but, you do miss chat messages that way. Last stream it didn't matter because chat was broken. But the point still stands. It's in general, it's part of me wonders if maybe I should actually not cut out chat, but the only problem is then you have, a long silence for a couple minutes. So I don't know if that's exactly worth it to preserve. Oh wait, I can clean that, huh? Wait, how do you clean food again? I don't remember. Like, I genuinely don't remember how to clean food. I know there's the thing in the special area, but I don't remember how else to clean food. Okay, they're still planning their thingy. They show up in one of the special episodes from what I was reading. It can't be cleaned. Oh, damn it. Oh god, you're just hanging out on Zero Island. Well, heck me, I guess. An E-rank mission this late in the game feels very funny somehow. I mean, Landslide Cave is not that bad. Steam Cave, Craggy Coast, all these kind of suck actually. What's the other one? Landslide? No, it's Quicksand, damn it. We have like no overlap here, which is annoying. Craggy Coast, is that one that had overlap? Nope, okay. You're a 5, you're a 1-star, oh, 9-star. Floor 62, okay, yeah, no, we ain't doing that. We'll do that mission, I guess. Delete this one for now. Well, I might as well just get rid of that then. Trash. Wait a minute, actually, I wonder if I could use that for the recycling, now that I think about it. I already forgot where we were going, Steam Cave. I'm also not sure how I'm editing down the previous section, given that I talked and kind of forgot which floor we had gone to when we died, so normally I like cutting back in when we died, but also it's a mystery dungeon, so I'm not sure how much that matters. But the point being, it's like... yeah, trying to edit these down to like episodes is gonna drive me mad. Wind Waker was shockingly easy to edit down. Like, it was surprisingly straightforward editing. It shocked me how smoothly it went. This game, on the other hand, is going to be a bit of a procedure to edit, I think. A lot is probably going to be cut out of certain parts, so it's going to be really lopsided, where some parts of it are actually, like, the full session, practically, and others are a lot shorter. Like, the last one, we did, like, it's gonna be like 2 sessions. It's like 3 sessions that will get cut down to 2, just because of how poorly that dungeon went. I'm really glad we got through Sky Peak as seamlessly as we did. Obviously it wasn't perfect, but, you know, second try, given how bad the previous dungeon went, I'll take it. Like, sure. Oh wow, just being a little sniper in the corner. Sure, I'll pick this up. Given we ran out of lawn berries, I should probably restock if I see them. Yeah, with the Resident Evil talk, I think I mostly got through my points on it, but again, one, like, final point to say is, like... at this point, I'm really close to playing most of the games. The only 2 classics well, actually, no, that's not true. I'm missing a lot of the classic games, to be fair. I'm missing, 1 OG, which is a little complicated because there's 2 versions of 1 OG. There's 3 versions. There's 1 Director's Cut and then DualShock Edition, or one or the other. I forget the exact order, but like either way, there's like Director's Cut or like DualShock Edition, and then like DualShock Edition Director's Cut or something. That's the one with the really effed up music. I actually find it fun, as much of a trash fire of a soundtrack as it is. I think it was also ghost written, so there's like kind of a whole separate thing about that soundtrack too. It's like, yeah, no, I wouldn't have wanted to take credit for that either, to be honest. But you know, snark aside, it's like, what did I actually do? Okay. Wait, what's our mission here? Find Oranberry? Oh wait, we already did that. The funny part is I actually can't find an Oranberry on this floor where we're supposed to find one. So that's weird. But what was I saying? It's like, I do enjoy the classic style ones, so I kind of want to go through them. The biggest issue is spiders. Like, not even kidding. The amount of spiders in classic Resident Evil does not agree with me. Even like PS1 spiders, which you think shouldn't be that big of an issue, do stress me out more than you would expect. I've joked about it, but I've thought about making a tier list of like games ranked by which ones have spiders that bother me. I know that's a very weird criteria for like a tier list, but it is something I've actually thought about doing. Like Resident Evil 5 is weird because there's like plaga spidery things that don't really bother me, but then there's also literally like giant tarantulas in the wall of like the temple stage. And those spiders bothered me, and that's weird. I don't know how to quantify that. Well, that was easy. Hi, Gengar. Here's your berry. Is that not enough for another rank? Okay. Cool. So at some point, we should be able to find something else at Spinda's Cafe. Obviously, all these events still existed, or some of these events still existed, but not the same way, because Spinda's Cafe apparently wasn't in darkness, or time. Again, it's good to check the shops, because they rotate out every cycle, essentially. Again, I definitely wish I hadn't used that one TM, because it just was not a good fit for us. I actually don't know if Vacuum Wave was physical or special. Now that I think about it, that could have been part of the problem. Hi, Mr. Mime. Hello, you have been exploring today as usual, yes? So very energetic. Have you heard the tale of the famous explorer Caesar? Caesar was an explorer extraordinaire whose fame stretched across this very world. Truly, he had a reputation that all explorers aspired toward, but this great explorer, he went missing while he was exploring Blizzard Island, far in the southwest. Many an exploration team set out to rescue the great explorer, but one and all, they were turned back by the bitter cold and swirling blizzards till none dared try it again. It's a tale from many years ago. There also have been rumors. They say that the explorer Caesar was searching for an amazing treasure. You're an incredible team, Team Pop friends. What with saving the world and all, no exploration teams have gone to Blizzard Island since the rescue efforts were called off years ago. By any chance, would you be willing to go, Team Pop friends? I hear that Blizzard Island is in the southwest of the map. This is essentially our next story mission, even though it's very casual. The clouds lifted over the icy area and its vicinities, and you can now go to Blizzard Island. So yeah, the story from this point on ends up being very casual. Like, there's like one really big story thing, if I recall. And a lot of the rest of the story is a bit low-key. Again, not sure if it would have come up in the edited down version, but I did find a red gummy on the second run. So we'll mix this up. Yuna drank the red gummy soda, moderately sweet. The natural flavor comes bursting forth. Yuna's IQ went up significantly, and Yuna's special attack rose 1. I see you are a true connoisseur. Oh, hi. I noticed the way you tasted your drink. Oh, I think we saw this already. Sure. Yay. That's a really weird way to recruit. It's like, oh, I saw you drinking. I saw you cross the bar and I liked your vibe or something. I don't know how that meme goes exactly. Let's go silver. Price ticket. Okay, can we not sort? I'm not really using that. Oh, this is like all of our stuff. I forgot. I thought it was held inventory, in which case, yeah, no, we would have had more stuff, but do we really not have like any on berries at this point? Like 2. That's not great, to be honest. I don't even see recycle in here. I'm not using all hit orbs. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. This feels like a waste. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna get some items out. I could really go for a revive seed, ultimately. That's kind of my biggest concern right now, is we have no revive seeds anymore. Again, worst case scenario, I genuinely might go farm. I'm scared, this dungeon sounds long, so I'm gonna go get those. Also, we have one more. I forgot. Oh, that's no orange berry, oh. These actually might not be a bad idea. And a bind. Explosion. Wow, I'm a hoarder. Sounds like we can have water, so I'm gonna take a couple of these to be on the safe side. Did we pick up a box in there at all? I actually don't remember. So yeah, stamina band again, because I think this is a long dungeon, so we might run into problems with hunger. I think I read it was like 20 floors. I don't know if there's a rest in between. So erring on the side of caution. We'll see if we can get through this tonight, though. Ew, putting the grimy food in there sounds like a great idea. We're getting so many red gummies. Poor Nia's getting left behind. Yuna drank the red gummy puree. Blah blah blah. Yuna learned the IQ skill Acute Sniffer. Yuna's defense rose 1. It reminds me of that one gif of a fox, like, sniffing really close up. Acute Sniffer, there we go. When it reaches a new floor, the Pokemon knows the number of items that are lying on the ground. I thought it was already telling us. Maybe Shaman had it, actually. Because we were seeing that already in the previous dungeon. We probably don't need like 50 million apples in hindsight, but it's fine. Again, we really don't have any Pokemon that would be good comparable levels to help us through late game dungeons, sadly. Oh, we just have access to Zero Isle. Ew, okay, not gonna worry about that, we're just gonna move on. How did we get over here? Did we take a boat or something? Squish Fox, Squish Mouse. You know what, that's actually gonna get old really fast. I'm gonna turn this off. Cause yeah, I perceive that getting old quickly. Piplup, one of my favorite Pokemon. I was almost hoping for a recruit there. Oh, ew, this is an all water dungeon. This is gonna be miserable for me. I'm scared. Like 20 floors of a water dungeon sounds like torture. Oh, ew. Double Slap is completely gone. Not that it's a great move, given it misses more often than it hits, but still. Actually, I might check the 2 items over here. This is money. There's a seat, that's actually not bad. In theory. Oh, okay. That's how it's gonna be. Toddler seed, I'll take it. It's not what I want. I want a Reviver seed. God damn it. Too much water? Yeah. Delibird! I like Delibird, it's just a little guy. In rescue team you need to actually surf? Oh, that's actually smart. Like in a diegetic sense, that's actually really cool. But given I don't have any water type Pokemon, it's a good thing that that's not a requirement in this case. So yeah, like a mix of ice and water. Low back could actually come in handy. Holding the HM counted as having it? Oh, that's a little bit cheesy. Cheesy in terms of like cheesing it versus cheesy as in like silly. Like I'm just gonna hold this thing. I guess we can surf now. Alright, this is a very jaunty song. I say that about a lot of the music. I like this game's soundtrack. I might add it to the stream playlist. Just to demonstrate, in case I haven't done this already. Voila, no more water. Fear. Fear. Big fear. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Bye. Again, given I have a trip coming up and thus will not be streaming probably next Monday, well, actually, wait a minute, quick question. One thing I'll probably try to do is level up off stream and also collect items. Like, go through dungeons that are listed as having Reviver Seeds as a possible drop and just kind of farm those dungeons for a bit. Because again, I think level-wise, we're not in too bad of shape. It's more specifically the issue of needing more resources. Gross, okay. Dead end. I'm gonna confuse you, you hit hard. You're also fighting type, aren't you? Nope, you're normal. I'm so bad at Pokemon types, I'm learning. Hi, Meryl, I like you, you're cute, but also you're very deadly to me specifically. Cool. Alright. In terms of other games I've been playing, I haven't really been playing much. Again, I finished the reboot of Saints Row, which I have very interesting feelings on, given I'm not as harsh on it as like a lot of fans were, but I also think it's just adequate as a game. A lot of people just wish it was a sequel to the older games, and I kind of agree to some extent, but I also just feel like given like the corporate meddling of that game, I don't know how much could have really been fixed of it, I guess. Given all the like Embracer stuff. I don't remember if that was before Embracer bought Volition. But either way, it's like... yeah, it just sounds like all the Embracer stuff was just a huge mess, and I kind of was really scared of that, because I don't like acquisitions of gaming companies. Given that acquisitions just almost always end badly for the actual, like, workers. There was actually a quote recently from, like a discussion about, like, Bethesda, and about how, like, how few layoffs they actually had before Microsoft bought them out. And just, like, every year they're laying off people constantly now, and it's upsetting. Again, not to dwell too much on this, because this is obviously not a fun topic. But, it is true. Oof. Actually, oh, that's gonna not do as much as I was scared of, okay. Dragon Claw is actually a good move, but also not one that we can take advantage of. I'll eat an apple. Actually, I'll toss this out instead. Bye, Pilot Wine. Just gonna leave you in the dust. Yeah. Again, the downside of streaming a game like this is I have the instinct of rushing. And rushing means I don't level up as much as I should. So yeah. Again, why I've had to level up off stream. Though, to be fair, even in past playthroughs as a kid, I would have to level grind for like Dialga. Do you have any thoughts about the non-Pokemon Game Freak game Beast of Incarnation? Not really, to be honest. I genuinely know like nothing about it, to be honest, to the point that I have no comment either way. I know Game Freak's non-Pokemon output tends to be a little hit or miss, like Little Town Hero. Like the only thing people remember about that game is Toby Fox doing a song for it. It's one of those songs where you hear it and it's like, yep, that's a Toby Fox song. But beyond that, that game just feels completely like there's nothing notable whatsoever about that game. Cast form, sure. What level are you? Are you like... Okay, you're actually comparable to where we are. But I'm gonna have to turn this off, aren't I? What are your moves? Is Hail the thing that's screwing us up? Yeah, okay. Do not use Hail. But other than that, you can stay. I haven't even played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in full, to be honest. I started it. I found a shiny Golduck very early on. No, Psyduck early on. And then just stopped playing. Not because there's anything inherently wrong with the game, but just like, shrug. Big open world Pokemon type game is just mildly daunting, and so it just kind of fell on the back burner until I just was like, I should restart. Because there's just like, I don't know, it's like I don't remember what I was doing in the game for one thing. But just the overall take of like, I think I would enjoy Scarlet and Violet. The one downside is that game is very scuffed. Like, you know, games can be scuffed and still really good. That's a shockingly hot take, it feels. Because there's like a drive for every game to be like a 10 out of 10, and if it's not a 10 out of 10, then it's like a 0 out of 10. That's how people treat gaming discourse. It's like this year for me has actually been kind of nice playing a lot of like 7 out of 10 games. It has genuinely been actually a little bit refreshing. Playing games that are just kind of in the middle, like decently fun. Albeit, I would also specify you didn't enjoy Sword and Shield, so you never touched Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, that's also fair. Sword and Shield were just completely like forgettable games for me. I didn't feel like strongly negatively about them, but I also didn't really feel much positive either, just kind of very down the middle. I lean positive on Sword and Shield just because I like some of the characters, but I also can't really tell you anything about the game beyond like... I was gonna say how, and that's not correct, because that's Sun and Moon. I'm thinking of Hop, which is a great sign that I can't even remember who the rival in that game is. But also, the discourse around Sword and Shield was so exhausting at the time. Yeah, it feels like it kind of just overshadowed everything about the game itself, in a way. Because, like, the problem to me is partially that, like, you can't... It's kind of a problem I actually have, of all things, with, like, Doctor Who, of all things, where it's like... modern games tend to be too easy. The funny part is I struggled a lot in Sword and Shield. And then they emphasize the catch them all part, that's fair. But yeah, like, I don't know what it says about me that everyone's like, Pokemon games are so easy now, and I still struggle with them a ton. Oh. Okay. Cool. Well, that's a reset. It's a shame getting almost to the end of the dungeon and just dying there, but okay. Yeah, it's like, I think I would like Scarlet and Violet because I like open world games, but I also know it's not like a really well made open world game because it's very empty. Which, like, I love Metal Gear Solid 5. I think the game's gameplay is great, even if I think the game itself is not good. Just because the story is really bad in 5, and also, like, them literally rushing the game out to the point that it doesn't have an ending. I mean, needless to say, that is the biggest gripe I have with Metal Gear Solid 5, is it doesn't have an ending. Which is kind of a big deal. Gotta move down. In terms of like other games I'm looking forward to this year, I'm not really looking forward to much. It's mostly just Fire Emblem at this point. Like, I don't really care about Grand Theft Auto. It's actually gone to the point of like almost kind of resenting the game, like is causing the entire rest of the industry to shut down. And it's also encouraging a lot of really sus practices that are like, oh, this game's gonna sell really well. Then everyone's gonna be like, well, it worked for Grand Theft Auto already did it, and you bought that game. And it's just gonna be insufferable. Yeah, they have the issue of either feeling empty or taking too long to navigate. That was my issue with one game. What was it? Genuinely blanking on what game I'm thinking of, but there was a game I played where it's like it was too, like, maybe it was Saints Row actually, where like one of my issues with it was fast travel points felt too far apart. Like, just, it needed like 2 more fast travel points, and that would have made traversal a lot more manageable, but as is, traversal was just kind of a pain in the ass. With, like... What was I gonna say? With a lot of open world games, I just feel like I like walking around. Part of me wonders how much it has to do with my health, to be honest. Does it look like to reduce? It makes more money up here. Oh shit. I'll eat that. But like, it's, I think, genuinely a case of like, walking around in a game is kind of fun because as a kid I kind of was not physically well enough to walk around very much. So like having big open worlds to explore would actually be kind of nice from that standpoint. But I also know that's a very specific niche circumstance to be in. Like, I love Breath of the Wild, and I like Tears of the Kingdom, but I feel like I need to give it another chance. Not because I didn't like my first playthrough, but just, I played the 2 games so close together that I think it kind of messed with my view of them. Like, I literally did a Linkle run of Breath of the Wild, like, right before it came out. And that was not a good call, because it kind of meant that I didn't have as much stamina to get through Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know why I thought that was a good plan, in hindsight. But yeah, I do like the game, I just need to give it another chance. The biggest issue I have with Tears of the Kingdom is Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are so frustrating, because I think both games have, like, opposite problems with storytelling. I think Breath of the Wild has a less good story, but told better. But Tears of the Kingdom has a better story that's told really badly. And it's a really weirdly complicated, like, thing to try to explain. It's like, I just think the storytelling of Tears of the Kingdom is bad, even though I think the story itself is actually decent. It just was a little too repetitive. They basically repeat information, like, constantly. This is not a new criticism, by the way. A lot of people felt this way. And it just kind of feels like stuff that ends up being in Age of Imprisonment should have just been like the flashbacks in Tears of the Kingdom. Also, like the sages having masks on at all times until Age of Imprisonment just creates the problem of not like having a bit of a disconnect, like emotionally having a disconnect between like the characters. Like I think the sages in Breath of the Wild hit harder because you actually have a little bit more time to connect with them. Not even that much time to connect, but still just enough time to make a difference there, I think. Rain Dance is also actually bad. Powder Snow might not be good for me either, now that I think about it. But like, there's always the discussion of trying to make an open world Resident Evil, and I don't know how I would go about that. To me, it would have... An open world Resident Evil to me looks more like Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, where instead of like... I mean, actually no, almost more like a Hitman game. Where it's like big sandboxes that you have to like figure out how to like puzzle your way through while conserving ammo, but not necessarily like open world. Like still kind of like area based, but like bigger scope, which I think Requiem tries to do and fails at, to be honest. There's a set piece in Requiem that's like, to me, feels open to a fault. Without having played the game, once again to clarify, all my opinions on Resident Evil Requiem are very much like secondhand from just watching bits and pieces of it. But it just kind of feels that way to me, where it's like, will this hit the walls? No. It just kind of feels like one area is a little bit too open-ended, and it just gets a little overwhelming. Not in a, like a fun, oh my god, like there's so much to see and do kind of way, but just in a aggravating way. Oh. But that's just me having not actually played the game and just kind of basing my opinion on what I've seen. Oh shit. Okay, Hail Mary, see if this works. That was a terrible call. Okay, that was very dumb. I should not have gotten away with that, but I did. But yeah, like I have weird gaming takes, I'll fully admit that. I do not have like common game takes. A lot of my takes are very much like I've had people give me shit for them. I'm like weird also from the standpoint of like certain games I'm more critical of others. Like I'm way more critical of Sonic as a franchise than a lot of games. Partly because I have an emotional attachment to the Sonic franchise and I just get frustrated how not well handled some things are. Oh god, I'm just gonna Trout Orb this. I don't wanna do all this. Oh, but every path being a viable path is actually kind of worse. Like, there's too many dead-end paths now that were just water before. Oh, never mind, that was actually really convenient. I think we're on floor 16, if I recall. So we're getting close to where we were. Let's see. Trying to think of other things to talk about too. Jesus, okay game, calm down. Fury Swipes is such a gross move in this game, because it just hits so much. It hits for a lot of damage for being a multi-hit. Like, it's just kind of, like, it feels like it should be a multi-hit but weak. So it's just hitting for that much just feels like slightly absurd. Like, double slap is kind of the same way, where it's like, why the hell does that do as much damage as it does? It's like the accuracy is supposed to be a trade-off, but this is like getting into fighting game discourse at this point. Where it's like, oh, here's like Akuma, he's really strong, but he has a low health pool, and it's like the constant debate of whether that's good balance or not if he's still overpowered. Overpowered, but a glass cannon can still be bad design, basically. Just gonna do that to buy myself some time if I need it. Probably unnecessary, but still. Alrighty, again, I think this is where we were when we died. So, yeah. The max elixir, oh my god. Again, what am I supposed to do about that? That's just complete luck. Yeah, no, I'm so torn on this game, which is sad, because I like this game a lot. But, like, this playthrough has kind of made me realize how, like, frustrating it is. Because sometimes you'll just get hit by, like, one move that will just completely kill you, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. Other than grind, that is an option. Just having to kind of like burn through a lot of time just to keep trying and bashing your head against the same wall over and over again in a very luck-based game. It just like kind of annoys me, I guess, just because like my issue with games is if I'm in control and I die or something, then I'm in control. But like this is a case where it's like I'm not in control, and so any death I have a lot of times feels unearned. And that makes sense. It just feels kind of like just overly punishing for something that I literally have no control over. Like that's already a reset because we're using flamethrowers so much. And since we're on floor 1, we might as well just reset again. So yeah, like this is one of like a few Fox Girls favorites games where a lot of the games I either break even or end up liking more. This is a game that I think I like less actually as when I was a kid, because once you get past the story, which is super emotional and hits really hard for me, and that's the part that I'm mostly drawn to. Once you're in like the post-game stuff, it's just kind of, it's a bit of a slog actually. For me, at least. But again, I'm also approaching this from the mindset of someone who's streaming the game, and thus is like worried about keeping like energy and like tone up. So it's a slightly different dynamic compared to like just playing the game on your own, where you just have a lot more like time and you're not like, it's not like dependent on making progress as much. So again, that is the inherent problem I have with streaming games versus playing them casually. That's why I'm glad I didn't stream some games that I've played. There was a game I considered streaming for the longest time, and I'm thoroughly glad I opted against it. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was Mina the Hollower, actually, because part of me wanted to do a full playthrough. But after that first session went really rough, I just was like, I don't know how this is going to go. And I ended up being way more like harsh on that game than I thought I would be. I genuinely kind of want to play Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, because I hear it's also kind of like in that same Zelda-like niche. And I kind of wonder if I'd end up vibing it. Based on what I've heard about it, I wonder if I'd end up vibing with that more than Mina, just because of how it approaches like gameplay design. Okay. Yeah, no, this is just very cursed. And again, this is something where it's like leveling wouldn't even do anything because I'm still getting one-shot by so much, practically. Like if I get hit by a bad Fury Swipe roll, no matter if I'm like 5 levels up, I'm still going to get hit by it. And it will still do a ton of damage. So again, there's only so much I can actually do other than just bash my head against the wall. If we had any Pokemon of comparable like level and of a type advantage, that would actually help a lot, but I don't. So like I don't even know where to get like an electric type Pokemon of like a comparable level other than grinding. So yeah, that's kind of my problem with Mystery Dungeon. It's like, again, I wish I enjoyed the game itself better than just the story, but that is how I operate for some games where it's like the story kind of carries me through. A game that's like kind of kicking my ass badly. But yeah, like it actually bothered me a lot. It made me really sad how much I just bounced off Mina. Not even like I finished the game, but it just it was such a we're so over it's so over we're so back kind of a game for me, where it's like parts of the game were like great. I had a great time with certain parts, but other parts just felt so rough that I did not enjoy myself. And it's a shame, because I really liked what I played of Shovel Knight. I was hoping to have a good experience with Mina, but I just kind of didn't. Also, it being like a 92 or like a 91 out of 100, again, like I was saying earlier, kind of skewed my expectations for the worse. Because I was expecting like to like the game more, and then I kind of didn't like it, and thus that just felt kind of, not demoralizing, but just kind of like deflating a little bit that I had really high hopes for the game based on critical response and fan response, and it just was not for me. It's like one of those things where it's like I'm not gonna say people are wrong for liking it, because that's really effed up for one thing, but also just makes no sense. Yeah, like if that one had hit in full, I would have just died, and there's nothing I could do about it. Okay, so we're slowly making our way back to try to catch up, but we're coming up on ad break, so we're gonna pause here. Hi, I am back. So yeah, we'll give this another go and hope for the best here. And back to it. So where were we? Again, trying to get back to floor, again, I think 16. So that's gonna take a bit, assuming we actually have a successful run, because we have been having very poor luck with this particular dungeon. And I was saying about how good the previous dungeon went, and now this one's just going real rough. Yeah, I don't mean to be too harsh on the game. I guess that's another thing I struggle with, is just being harsh on a game that I really like, let alone other people really like, because this is a game that means a lot to a lot of people. So again, it's like so frustrating. Like Fury Swipes is like able to one-shot me, even if I'm at full health, if like enough hit. It's like having to basically dodge 5 consecutive attacks is such a weird thing to roll for, in a way that's just incredibly frustrating to me. Like if it's a case of, oh, I didn't heal enough, sure, but a lot of times it's just you get comboed to death, like so easily in this game. Is this what it was like fighting like Whitney back in like Gen 2? Like just the way like rollout can snowball in that game? Pats me? Oh, thank you. Again, I don't mean to keep complaining about things. I feel like bad when I complain about things, even if it's like a valid complaint. I still don't like complaining about games. That's just kind of my way. Like, it just feels bad to be complaining about games a lot, especially for a stream where this is a game that I supposedly enjoy, but then again, that actually is the case for a lot of games, to be honest. I think a lot of people have games like this that are like, this game is great, except for that one part, TM. Like, you hear it a lot when people are like streaming a beloved game, and it's like, oh, this is great except this part of it. The swamp in Dark Souls springs to mind, and I haven't even played Dark Souls, but everyone talks about it, to the point that I know about it. It's like, you know, we were talking about Mario Sunshine earlier, it's like a lot of people point out Pachinko, but at least Pachinko is optional. So I guess Sandbird is actually a better analogy for this, because that's required. Sandbird's probably one of the most notorious, like, required stages, because like blue coins are not required for an ending, so it's kind of in a weird camp there. That's kind of why I like open-ended games, like Mario Odyssey is a good example, where if there's anything you don't want to do, you can just not do it, and just do something more fun, basically. Because, like, that is a plus of that kind of level design, is if there's a moon that's just annoying to get, you can just go for a different moon, and it's no big deal. Same with Breath of the Wild with Korok seeds. Having an overabundance means you can, like, just pick and choose which ones you want to do, instead of feeling beholden to getting everything. Again, the kind of comment— oh god damn it. The kind of comment that might age bad in the future, but it's like, what if they just have like 200— what if they just add an extra like 100 Skulltulas or something into Ocarina of Time? I think they're gonna do something, because like, we still don't know what it is. If it's a remake, a reimagining, what it is. But like, my personal gut check is it will be a game that, it's kind of like Link's Awakening, where it basically is at its core very similar, but introduces current mechanics and also adds content more so than reimagines what's already there. But we'll see. Again, maybe we'll get a direct soon for it. Or like, yeah, normally there is a September direct, but weirdly enough, I've heard no murmurs about it this time. Typically, like, Nintendo Direct rumors start up well in advance, but I have heard nothing. I follow game rumors, probably to a fault, for my mental health. But it is interesting to me, like, it's genuinely fascinating, both from the standpoint of stuff that is rumored and then seeing it finally get announced, or just stuff that's just clearly people bullshitting from the start. And, you know, the Fell For It Again award, basically. It's too early. I don't know, I feel like I would normally be starting to hear about Nintendo Direct murmurs around, like, August. Like, late August. Oh, okay. Again, this game is just not determined to be on my good side today, and it makes me sad. Because I like this game, and I want to enjoy it. Why is Nia fighting? I mean, she's doing fine. Maybe let her cook. Wow, I don't have much to work with here. Again, yeah, you wanna, like, do something? You're standing right next to someone, you could attack. Yeah, you could have attacked this whole time, god damn it. Oh, that would have been really bad if that had gone through. Okay, that actually is a good strat. Okay. Oh shit, that's not great actually. Yeah, like a September Direct could easily detail like the Ocarina of Time remake primarily. Like if we get a September Direct as per tradition, I expect it to have mostly... Wow, you're level 13. You are not going to get us much, do us much good here. Computer-controlled Pokemon ignore petrified enemies since they can't move until attacked. Oh. Wild. Cool. Well, at least that explains it, because I've noticed that multiple times. We already know the release date, that's fair, but we also know nothing about the game itself. That's more what I mean, is we literally don't know anything about the game itself, and that's weird for a game coming out very soon. It's the same feeling I talked about with like Kirby Air Riders, where it's like weird to be like, this game is coming out this year, and all we've seen is like a pre-rendered bit of the opening. It's like, when are we gonna see the actual game? And then it just kind of drops suddenly. A lot of people are speculating at an August Direct for Zelda, like the Zelda anniversary, but Nintendo doesn't typically do anniversary celebrations for the North American release. The Japanese Zelda anniversary would have been in February, so like it's actively weird to me how people always expect like acknowledgement of anniversaries for like North American dates when Nintendo kind of doesn't do that. Oh shit, okay, that's bad. I was cleaning my amiibo last night because I'm dusting ahead of this trip, and something I was thinking about is I really wish we'd gotten an amiibo for Echoes of Wisdom instead of just reprinting the Toon Zelda amiibo. Like genuinely, I would have loved an Echoes of Wisdom amiibo. It actually feels like a weird oversight how certain franchises... Like, why did Prime 4 get so many amiibo when it was like kind of being sent out to die as a game? Again, I've said it before, I'm just glad Prime 4 got finished at all, given most companies would have canned that game like 5 years ago with that level of development hell. Again, that's kind of how I almost feel about Saints Row, is like given like gestures at everything that people are learning about like the head of Embracer. It's like, okay, I am more impressed that this game exists at all at this point. It almost makes me less harsh on it. Because god, they had a lot to work against to get that game made, probably. I still need to play Legends ZA. I remember playing Legends Arceus in a really tumultuous time in my life, and so I always kind of associate it with that, for better or worse. This is the first game I played after like a very traumatic incident, so it's like nostalgic in like a sad way. Not in a sad way, but like a bitter, sweet kind of way. Come on. Oh god, that would have taken me out if it targeted me specifically. Let's actually refresh this. I genuinely don't know what to do about this game at this point. If the post game is just gonna be like this, I don't know what to do about it. It's also like, oh, the rescue system, but like I can't interact with that at all. So I'm just kind of SOL with that. Again, the only thing I can think of to actually make this doable in a reasonable amount of time is just hoard reviver seeds. Like, just stock up on reviver seeds. And that's basically what I have to do at this point. And that's not great, actually. Try to catch up and do Wonder Mode rescues. Does that work in emulation, actually? Because I don't remember how this works entirely. Also, plus I don't want to like put everyone else through like having to play the game just to help this playthrough, I guess. That's not something I'm just kind of already just gonna do this. Because that's a really awful start to a dungeon. Yeah, it's like, that feels like what I have to do is just bank reviver seeds. Because I don't see any other way to survive this dungeon without dying. It's just I don't have any and I don't know how to farm them. I could look up where to find them, but that takes time. Wonder Mill generator, yeah. It's just so much work. It's like a part of me wants to get to the last main. God damn it. Again, this game just feels determined to piss me off sometimes, and that's the thing that's actually the struggle, I guess, is just I just have bad luck. Case in point, I just hit 3 traps in a row. It's just like, I don't know, my luck in games is just so rough usually that I just kind of struggle on things that others find no issue with, basically. It's like, I've always had really bad luck in games, like there's a reason I've never played Mario Party on stream, I'll say it like that. Because if I played Mario Party on stream, I would constantly be getting screwed over. Not even because of the other players, probably, but just bad dice rolls, because I'm historically someone who rolls a lot of 1s in Mario Party. At least Delibird is comparable level to us, so that's actually helpful. But yeah, I would genuinely shudder to think of how a Mario Party playthrough would go for me, just because of how awful my luck is. Case in point, again, you just spawn right on a self-destruct trap. It's like, okay. Cool. I think my issue in games like this is just having this feeling like games kick me when I'm down is another problem I have. And I know it's not that deep, frankly, just by the nature of programming and stuff. Like, there's logical explanations for everything. It just sucks how much games end up like this for me, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of my rant. And again, I feel bad too, because again, this is a game I was looking forward to playing on stream, and also I know a lot of other people care very deeply about. And so I feel bad that I'm just having a pretty rough time with it. Even the story parts that like, oh, double Delibird, that's a weird combo, but sure. Yeah, it's a game that I care a lot about, it's a game that a lot of other people care about, so I just feel bad not having a good time with it. I guess there's this sort of feeling of like, when streaming a game, I feel like I'm obligated to enjoy it, which is not a healthy mindset. It's like, why for... God damn it. It's why for a lot of games, I just kind of don't stream them in full if I don't know if I will enjoy them in full. And again, Mina being the obvious example, where the first stream immediately told me, like, I don't think a full playthrough is a good idea. And that was the correct decision, because again, I would have been complaining a lot if I had streamed that game in full. cool. At the very least, you can use the mini-map to navigate a little bit. Yeah, it's just Vigoroth is like one of the worst Pokemon to fight. If it's set to endure, then you just kind of don't do anything about it. Kind of a war of attrition thing. I should be using Confuse more. That's actually like what I should be doing. Oh, okay. What else? Other games like Fields of Mystery are just kind of like, it's a farming sim, so that's gonna just take forever. So I don't want to commit to a full playthrough for the sake of just time management. But it's not because I didn't have fun with the first look at the game, it's just more... I need to balance my time better. Okay, Delibird's not a great choice for this. I might try to recruit some more Pokemon. That actually might be the play. And just level up some other Pokemon, basically. Maybe even set them as the leader temporarily. Just to level them up enough to weather all the bullshit in this cave. I guess it just feels like a lot of work. Like I'm having to do a lot of work for basic progression at this point. Which again, was my fear going into this post-game. This was my fear playing the game, period. Because I remembered the game kicking my ass as a kid. Like really bad, and being one that I just had to kind of grind out. Like, which again, is not as big of a deal when you're playing it casually versus in front of an audience. It's also why I hesitate to stream like high-intensity games that require a lot of focus. DMC is a great example. Because, like, you know, one, again, that's a game that people care very deeply about, especially 3 and 5. And so, I don't know if that's too much pressure for, like, a streaming environment for me. That's why I emphasize Fox Girls Favorites so much as a series, actually. Because it's low-key. It's not like high pressure because it's games I've 1 played before and 2 generally enjoy. There are some exceptions to that, like this is a big exception to the chill part. And there's one more RPG coming up in the near future that I have planned that I'm looking forward to replaying, but also I'm very scared of replaying. Not even because it's like a super hard game. You can easily like grind out certain aspects of it. My fear is coming from just not remembering the game very well, and thus I'm scared of being like blindsided by a part of the game that I don't like remember. Again, I just keep checking in case there's a Reviver Seed by some miracle. Because just that alone would make, like, just one Reviver Seed would actually be enough to make this a lot more feasible. Also, I want to say there's a dungeon after this too, so I don't even know when the next, like, good stopping point would be. Even if we get through this. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, again, it's why I generally steer away from, like, blind playthroughs, quote-unquote. Just because it's intimidating playing a game, especially one that people like a lot. Because then if you don't enjoy it, then I feel bad if I don't enjoy it. It's like, dude, like, should I feel bad? Probably not. but it's just something I end up feeling, whether it is logical or not. And again, I feel bad that like this playthrough I was really looking forward to has just mostly been me complaining about the game. Oh god, we're actually getting hungry, dang. Haven't seen that text in a long time because of the stamina band working out very well for us. Where the hell is the exit here? There it is. Okay. I'm gonna save the luminous orbs a little bit longer, hopefully. My gut instinct is telling me it's actually to the right. I'm very much going the wrong way. Yep. Fox's intuition. You have a late game explorer save if you want to try for Wonderman rescues. That's good to keep in mind. Thank you. Again, I would like to avoid that if possible, just because of like, I don't know how much would need to go into like setting everything up with that. Because I've never even done that, because I didn't exactly know people who were into Pokemon at this age. I didn't exactly have a lot of friends growing up, to be perfectly honest. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, she got that level up on the previous run. The fact that Present can also just randomly heal also kinda sucks. It's like, oh, well, that could've been good for me. Poor Piplup just getting absolutely bodied. And genuinely, where the hell is this exit? Oh my god, okay. That sucks. Okay, thank you for carrying. Once again, that was just a one-hit KO. I'm debating what to do at this point. I might just call the stream here, because I think I'm just going to be bashing my head against this game into perpetuity. So I might actually just call it here, and then try to pick this up in like a week and a half to 2 weeks. Just because it's like, I don't think I have it in me to do this tonight. In like half an hour, I don't think we're doing this. Which is a bummer, because I like this game a lot, and I wish I was enjoying it more. But it's just like, you know, I feel like I'm so under-equipped at this point. Yeah, I think I might just need to call it here, and then level up. Not even level up, but just like work on it off stream. Because, like, I don't even think we have time to do another run. I'll try it one more time, see if we can get through this. And if not, we'll just call it, I think. I'm just double checking some stuff. There's also another cave after it, too. So that's another problem with it. It's just having another cave on top of this one. I don't think there would be a save in between, too. But, like, I keep getting to about floor 16 and dying. And again, there's another dungeon after this too, so like, I genuinely do not think our odds of getting through this are very good today. And again, the biggest hurdle I have is just a personal one of just, I don't like wasting people's time, and when I just can't make progress in a game for 2 hours, I feel like I'm wasting everyone's time. And that's the actual problem. Like, mentally, I struggle with that a lot. Wow, okay. Like, case in point, it just immediately got taken out on floor 1. It's like, I don't know if I can even get through this endgame again without, like, a ton of prep work. But again, if I'm taking a bit of time off, I guess I have time to, like, prep for that. With the time we have remaining, given we definitely cannot get through this dungeon, I actually might spend some time doing some side stuff. Just to hit the full 3 hours, and also maybe be in a slightly better position for next time. Let's go to an unknown place. Oh. Interesting. It's 4-star difficulty, so it's gonna be rough. But I'm also intrigued by that. The shop posting described an unexplored spot in detail. It is a place called Shimmer Hill. You can now go to Shimmer Hill. Interesting. So yeah, we'll do that at the very least. Again, I have no clue what level this is even gonna be. Shimmer Hill is listed after, which probably doesn't bode well. I'm gonna save again. Because yeah, if it's listed after an order, it's gonna be like an endgame dungeon. It's also a 4-star quest. And I have no clue how many floors this is gonna be. I'm gonna maybe quickly double check if I can search for it real quick. Your client Gibble joined your team. Oh, my phone died. Oh, well, so much for looking that up. Yeah, I was gonna look up how many floors are in this dungeon, but that's fine. We're doing it live, I guess. I'm hoping this is not like a slip seed. That's like fake out sleep seed. Walk on water, that's actually good if I remember to use it. Again, just hitting a lot of trap spaces. Oh, an Espeon, what? I was not expecting an Espeon here, I will be honest. Oh. You also can't turn off client moves, so we're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with Sandstorm the entire time, which is great. Like, they just love using moves that also hurt you, which is like, if you're trying to get to a place with your, like, client, like, if you're a client and trying to get through a place, maybe don't hurt them too. Maybe, like, don't use Earthquake and, like, hit all moves. I say as I primarily did that in the Platinum playthrough. See, that did almost half of Gibble's health right there. Because Gibble's level 13, despite this being like a post-game quest, apparently. Again, that's actually self-defeating to the purpose of this mission. Okay, so you are vulnerable to this. It's like Fire Psychic, which is a weird combo. And one that I don't really have much to work with on. Ow. I could have gone for having an Arcanine. It wouldn't have helped me with my current conundrum, but I just like Arcanine. It's a big dog. Like, who can say no to that? Okay, wait, never mind. I was gonna say, where the hell's the exit? It's like, it's right there. Sure, we'll go for it. Nope. Actually, you should look at that first. I should have thought that through. I should have checked if I can recruit anything. Like, nothing here would really benefit us, but it would be nice to at least have a strong Pokemon to help us through. Even if it doesn't inherently do much for us. And also just leveling up. This might be a good place to actually level grind a bit. Again, ow. I don't think it's an issue of level though. I think it's just an issue of not having items. Like, genuinely, I don't think it's an under prep issue. Inherently. I mean, I don't think it's an under level issue. I just need more healing items and just better items to get me through that. Oh, guess it's not cloudy anymore. Now, how much is that going to do? 34, that is shockingly low, actually, compared to what I was bracing for. The nice thing with Sandstorm is you are gaining health. You aren't losing health, you're regaining it faster than it's draining. So that's one slight perk. And it is dealing damage to everyone else too, probably. So, again, it could be worse. Could definitely be worse. Yeah, just to say what game I'm thinking, it's Final Fantasy X. That playthrough is a few down the road, it's not the very next playthrough. I have a couple of mercifully easy and short games after. In theory. But I am still very nervous about how that game's gonna go, just because, you know, our big RPG, a lot can go wrong. Amnesia, okay. Something to also consider is that you don't need to bring Yuna on most expeditions anymore. Could level up some Pokemon that have type advantage and send them instead. That's also fair. It's just the main reason I'm using these two are they're my highest level Pokemon. That's basically my reason. Because, like, most of the other Pokemon I have that would have type advantage are, like, really far behind. To the point that it would take a very long time to grind them up to a level that would be decent enough to deal with, like, a level 50 dungeon. Like, I think it's like mid-40s, actually, but still. Like, given there's not even a story tied to this dungeon, it's just like, you just immediately go into it. It's, yeah, not one that's tied to a specific character. What level are you? 35. Again, that's about where Star is, as in our Baniri. Oh, okay. Was not expecting Thunderfang at you. Again, an Arcanine would not do me any favors here, but it's cool. It's a cool Pokemon. I like Hisuian. The Hisuian variants. What the hell? Okay. Sure, game. I saw a Linun and got scared, and I forgot that we just got a Linun. I'm definitely all here today. That Linun is not friendly, though. Bye. But yeah, I think it's just a compulsive thing to use, like, our main character, even though it is completely counterintuitive in this particular section. Not counterintuitive, but, like, kind of productive. I don't think I held up there. Why did I move up? I also just don't... Yeah, I don't entirely know. I think some of the later dungeons do have a bit more story to them, and that's kind of why I'm more interested. Basically, like, the end of the quote-unquote story, I think is kind of when you get the ability to evolve. Because that's kind of our big, like, question mark of, like, well, what's the deal with that? Did it say something about the power band there? Oh, Tauros. I thought I knocked out an item that we had. Oh. Well. Oh, that could actually be really bad. Yeah, god damn it. There's a comedy of errors, basically, on that floor. Oh my god. Like that, for example, is like, what am I supposed to do about that? It's just like stepping on like a ton of consecutive floor traps. That's a choice. Nibble's almost dying, and given that they're the client and they have to live, I should probably heal them. Sure. Hi, Miltank. That did shockingly little, actually. Oh, Lightning's in real bad shape. I mean, that's a smart strategy under the circumstances. Alright, where the hell is the best way to go from here? Oh, this is a mess I found myself in. Okay. Okay. We have so many max elixirs in storage, I'm not overly concerned about using them. But I also don't... Oh. You cannot disable a client Pokemon's moves, so that I would have otherwise. Yeah, because that is honestly a very frustrating mechanic. It's like, okay, you're just making it worse for everyone else. Yeah, I used it on the wrong Pokemon. I'm just gonna eat this just to buy myself time. I don't even know how much is left of this dungeon, because my phone died as I was I was looking it up. My phone died. It's like I did not remember to plug it in. It's like, wow, okay, thanks, Skibble. Well, way to be a team player. This is a good song, it just doesn't fit this area at all. I see that Rhyhorn, I'm scared. Lightning just spamming Sand Attack is actually pretty good. No, I need the heal. Again, given we're stocking up, I'm trying to go out of my way to get items if I can. The music just cannot make up its mind on what tone it wants. Oh, shit. It's a very bad place to end up. 18 floors? Okay, so we're almost there. Oh, thank goodness, the stairs right here. Please leave. 17! Hell yeah. I mean, I forgot what the Rostberry even does. Rebound Orb. Ew. You ever get licked by a bear? I wonder that. I wonder what that would feel like. Because I know like cats have really like rough tongues, so they can clean themselves. It's like I don't often think about the texture of other animals' tongues. It's like this is not something that like knowledge that I need to know on a daily basis. There we go. So we're basically almost done, if we can just survive a little bit longer. It's like, you deal with this. Cool, sand attack. Did that say 61? Oh my god. Some kind of scarf. Just gonna do this. Wow, that did less than I was hoping would. Listen, yes, scarf. Oh, shit. Okay, I need to go back for that then. Causes hallucinations? I'm gonna grab that. I'm actually just gonna burn this. Actually, I should save. You know what? I'm silly. I should have just used the pure seeds to get through the rest of the dungeon. I could have done it last time. The one downside is we still would have been kind of SOL because there's still another 10 floor or so dungeon after. Oh, okay. This is just one of those games. This is just one of those days. And it feels like this is just how this game is being lately. It's just, the game is being super rude. And it's just like, oh, okay, I don't know what to do about it. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it there, because like, we definitely don't have time to do much else in this game. I also don't see there being much in the way of options of like, things to like prep for next time. It just basically comes down to I need to work on team stuff off stream. I'm just trying to think about jobs, like if we can squeeze in one more job, or if we should just call it given how not productive this session was whatsoever. I guess I just feel bad, because again, this game in particular has not been kind to me in a way that's just... I don't know how enjoyable it is to watch me just bang my head against the wall in the game. Suspend... Oh, I can't suspend it. 9 and 10, okay, we'll try those, and then we'll end. Because this shouldn't take very long, in theory. I just want to feel like I've accomplished anything other than Sky Peak, because that's the only progress we made today, is Sky Peak. And beyond that, we've just been struggling on this one dungeon for the entire stream. Only to struggle on a different dungeon for the rest of the stream. Mystifying Forest, I think, actually did have a decent amount of items. Also, every time I forget I need to turn this off, because I don't really care. Quick Seed. Again, like, okay, I'm trying to go through dungeons to get more items, but I keep having items go bad because I keep stepping on things. Like trap spaces. Actually, that's pretty good, except you're also vulnerable to ice. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. If you're good against... You'll be good against water types, at least. But not so much others. Eevee. I do like Eevee a lot. Frankly, if I could get an Espeon, that would be good too. Like from the other dungeon. I've always wanted a shiny Umbreon specifically. I don't care about shiny Espeon. I like Espeon better, but shiny Espeon is a bit much aesthetically for me. It's very like green. I don't know why I'm fighting so much, given one, we're on a time crunch, and two, I'm just trying to do a mission. Yeah, I'm gonna check on items at the very least. Again, it doesn't work for me, but another Pokemon I'm fighting will get like 3 or 4 hits in. Oh, maintains attack. That actually might not be bad. And that wasn't really that helpful for us, so we'll drop that. Oh, that was incredibly smart, actually. Bayleaf would be a good recruit for what we're currently dealing with, actually. I'd probably have to go in completely solo if I wanted to recruit Pokemon. That's something else I can do off stream, is just do a recruitment run of several dungeons. Torterra would also be a rough choice in some ways and a good choice in others. Mostly the quad weakness to ice would be bad for it, but like it would be good against the water types we're struggling with. Oh yeah, another one. Do this. Okay. Oh, I didn't even see them up there. Styling on them. Okay. Did you drop? Pure seed, okay. Ow. I like how I didn't even see that. It was 8 and 9, I think, right? Or was it 9 and 10? 9 and 10. Gastric acid, what? Does that make food train faster? I would assume that's what it would be. We haven't used this at all, we'll drop that. Yeah, next time we stream this will be a bit, and also I might have a completely different item set, for obvious reasons. Gastric acid suppresses abilities. Oh, that is not what I thought it would do. I thought it'd be food related, or hunger related. Wild. I'm shocked at how sturdy Eradicate is in this game. Oh, that's Bidoof. There it is, the last place I look, of course. Alright. I hope the stream is still enjoyable, even if I haven't had the most success with the game itself. I always worry about that when I'm like getting frustrated with a game. It's just I don't even know how fun it is to watch. I'm just gonna do this to speed it up. make sure I give it to the right Pokemon this time. Alright. Oh, that's bad. Wait, no, I thought that was a fire type move. It's not that big of a deal then. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I would have to actually not have Nia attack if I was trying to recruit Pokemon. I can't even do anything in this fight because it's already pretty full up. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't rescue the Pokemon, god damn it. Yeah, I genuinely forgot to actually rescue the Pokemon. Well, we can do this mission at least. The other issue I have is the concern of doing too much off-stream. Like leveling up rank and stuff, so I don't know how many missions I'll do. Can I kick out? Wait, okay, so that was not productive whatsoever. Okay. I didn't know they could escape, actually. It makes sense, I just was not expecting it. Yeah, this stream was I feel bad that, like, the last 2 streams have just kind of been a wash. I think that's the thing that kind of gets to me. It's just, we are not having a good run of the last bit of this game. I feel like this game deserves better than the playthrough I'm giving it. I guess that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with this game. At some point we'll try to finish it, but like... I might need time to just prep for things. Sorry the mood's been so down on streams lately. I'm hoping things pick up soon, to be honest, because I don't like streaming like this, to be honest. It's just kind of deflating a bit. It just feels like I can't really get anywhere with streaming if my streams aren't enjoyable. Kinda. And so that's why I just don't like when streams feel this down. It's like there's part of me that almost wants to shelve this game temporarily and then come back at a later time. But I genuinely don't know what to do with it. But yeah. Thank you all for watching nonetheless. It means a lot to me. Y'all wrote out this stream that was not as successful as I was hoping it would be. Again, we'll try to prep better next time and try it again in a week or 2. Again, I might make next week a variety week. I might be sick for all I know. I'm kind of going into next week expecting to be sick, given my immune system is just kind of shoddy anyway. So I'm kind of expecting, like, there probably won't be streams for a bit if I do get sick, unfortunately. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Usual spiel. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow for notifications so when I go live in the future. I have a YouTube channel for posting edited down versions of streams into episodes. I have a VOD channel as an archive. I have a Blue Sky for posting updates, including when I go live. I have a Ko-Fi as a tip jar, and I have a phone for sending me gifts, the latter two being completely optional, but any additional support is greatly appreciated. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the mood to do a raid. I think I'm just gonna call it here. So next stream, I don't know. I would like to stream next Monday. But that depends on 1, I'm not sick, 2, I'm not overtired from like getting up early to get everyone to the airport. Not them directly getting them to the airport, but like that I'm accompanying them to the airport. So yeah, I'm gonna take a bit of time off for now. For sure, if I'm not sick, there should be a stream on Wednesday, though. I don't know if it'll be a variety day or more of this. Well, we will see. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their week and a good rest of their day. Good night, everyone. Take care.